What is good, YouTube? And today we're talking about the class summon, which is going to be featuring the Knight class this time around, which basically is a banner where you can summon for potentially any RGB 5-star Knight that's not a collab or limited character, as well as their artifact. But this time around, and I think for every future banner, this type of class summon will feature a limited artifact, probably a new one that is going to be super good. But before we continue, let's talk about today's sponsor. You ever think you know everything about your favorite Marvel heroes until you realize that there's way more to their stories? Well, if you're even a little curious, now's the perfect time to dive deeper into the Marvel universe with today's sponsor, Marvel Strike Force. Use the link in the description or scan my QR code to download the game for free and start building your ultimate squad of heroes and villains. Marvel Strike Force is a free squad-based RPG where you assemble legendary Marvel characters to take on threats like Doctor Doom, Apocalypse, and more. Strategic team building is the nature of the game. Each character has unique abilities and synergy bonuses that can make or break your lineup. And if you're a new player, you can unlock up to 17 characters in your first 30 days, including Spider-Man, Thor, Captain America, and more. The game's constantly evolving, and right now Marvel Strike Force is celebrating its 7th anniversary with huge giveaways. Use promo code 7 to instantly unlock Nightcrawler and Cyclops, two iconic X-Men, and start your journey toward unlocking Professor Xavier himself. On top of that, this month's release includes the new Vigilante team, a revamped Daredevil, Punisher, Hitmonkey, Silver Sable, and Elektra. Whether you're grinding campaigns, dominating arena, or teaming up in Alliance War, Marvel Strike Force is packed with content that rewards strategy and creativity. Don't forget, use the link in the description or scan my QR code to download the game today and unlock your free characters and to join the battle to save the multiverse. Marvel Strike Force, download now and assemble your squad. Now back to the video, guys. So as I was saying, you can pretty much pull for whatever 5-star Knight. It is random. So if you're lacking some very good 5-star Knights, such as like Mort, for example, then this is a way to potentially get him, although the chance is not that great because even though it's a 1% chance to get a 5-star hero, you have to actually roll into the one that you want, so probably not ideal. It's probably better to use the selectors from the current event if you're trying to snipe out, I guess, Mort because he's super strong right now. But the biggest thing is going to be the artifacts, and I say that not because Knight artifacts aren't strong or are strong. What you're gonna see is like you can actually get artifacts from different classes regardless of it being the Knight artifact or the Knight summon, but you're gonna see that the highest chance is gonna be this new limited MOAS. Now this artifact's super good because if we actually look at some other limited Knight artifacts, we're just gonna talk about this one here, Rocket Punch Gauntlet. So Rocket Punch Gauntlet is from a collaboration for Espa. It featured 4 new characters with 4 artifacts, and this ran like 3 years ago. And because it was a limited collab, I know all collabs are limited, but this one was like kind of like a one-time thing. You can't actually get this anymore. And this artifact is one of the best artifacts in the game just because you'll see that it makes you do additional damage proportional to your defense, and some Knights scale with defense, such as Karina or even the more commonly owned specialty change Pillis. And this artifact makes them go from pretty much just like mediocre to not that great to very powerful. This artifact is super strong on any Knights that scale with defense. And the problem is, because this came out 3 years ago, if you're new to the game, you can't ever get it again, so you're kind of just like locked out of this really powerful artifact. And if you're like me and you have one, you're just spending a lot of bottles of knowledge to get it up, which is really annoying because you can't actually ever summon for it. And also, if you're also like me, you only have one copy, it just hurts because there's multiple characters that like to use this, and there's a ton of other artifacts that this could be said for example, like Pipette Lance. This is probably going to rerun though because it's Overlord, might not, you never know. So what they did to combat this is they actually decided to release this new artifact, basically the same as Rocket Punch Gauntlet. The only thing that's different is the name and the text, but not the name and the text, the name and the artwork. The text is exactly the same. It's pretty much Rocket Punch Gauntlet, just renamed. And they're doing this because they can't release Rocket Punch Gauntlet again because it's not allowed, right? It's not really owned by them. It's owned by the IP that they were collaborating with, which in this case would be like Espa's like company. So this is what they're doing, and I think they're going to do this for future artifacts as well. So any limited or not limited, but collaboration artifacts that you're afraid you might not get again, like for example 3F, might be the next one that comes out on the next night banner, will be available eventually. So this is a great sign, especially for people who are missing these artifacts and for people that want more copies. And even though you can get like a knight, the chances are pretty low to get the one that you want. And even though there's a ton of other artifacts you can get, with this, you have a very high chance to get MOAS, or I guess whatever artifacts featured at 1.05. And at the worst scenario, you can actually purchase this from the Powder Knowledge shop. And even if you do summon it, you probably want to purchase it because this artifact is great. Very, very strong. Not as broken as before, but still a very powerful artifact nonetheless. And I'm very happy that they're introducing this back into the game through this system, just renaming artifacts and just re-releasing them so they don't actually conflict with their collaboration companies or contracts, and it makes it so that everyone has access to them now. But yeah, I think this banner, pretty cool. I honestly don't think it's really worth summoning for, just because a lot of the knights aren't that great, to be honest. The only ones that are extremely strong are going to be Brieg for PvE, which is free to play. You can get him from, I think it's Adventure's Path, and then Mort, which is really, really strong in PvP. Don't get me wrong, but it's 1 out of like, what, 12? So way better off just using a selector from the event for him. But just buying this artifact from the Powder Knowledge shop, definitely recommend it. If you want to summon for dupes, that's really up to you. But if you're summoning on the banner, just keep in mind that you're probably just doing it to get this artifact, MOAS, and extra copies of it. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. Pretty cool system, I'd say. Hopefully they do it not like limited. So I know it says limited summon, so I don't know if they'll do this and then take a break and then do one for like a different class, but hopefully it's just constantly rotating between classes, because that would be really cool. And honestly, I hope that they actually make it so it's a week long, so these rotate faster, because I think that'd be a lot better for the game as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this and how you think they can improve on it. I think for now this is a good way to get this artifact, but I'm really hoping for some other artifacts that are very good, such as 3F and stuff like that. So yeah, also let me know in the comments, what artifacts you actually want from this for different classes. Like for thieves, what would you want from like collaboration artifacts, right? Limited ones don't really matter as much because you will be able to get them eventually when they rerun or from selectors. But some collab ones, right? For example, like the armament aren't available anymore. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they actually come out with. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next video.